What is heutagogy? Have you ever come across the situation where you can learn better when you start teaching it? And on the other hand, have you ever come across when you do classroom, when you are learning in a classroom, what you get is the left ear in and right ear out. So that comes to our topic of heutagogy. Heutagogy is about deep learning. It's not just about learning per se. Now, in Asian society, we take learning as a discipline, meaning going to school is a discipline. It's something painful. It's a training. So you need to go through all the training, painful ones, and that's called learning. That's called education. That's why you need to sit through the long hour in the classroom. But have you ever come across, when you sit in a classroom, you may wonder what the teacher is talking doesn't make sense to you, and you will have a different idea about what is being taught. I always have that feeling. I always have my own way of looking at things and my own desire to know a different aspect of things. But I was asked to stay together with the others and go along with them. So I think heutagogy comes from the fact that in our classroom today, there is a lot of redundancy and we waste a lot of time just because we have to fix ourselves in a big group and learn together. So how do we start doing this deep learning? What is heutagogy? Heutagogy is always explained as an extension from pedagogy, teacher-oriented teaching, to andragogy, self-directed learning, and now heutagogy. And it began with postgraduate studies and now is applied to O-level. It is a way of learning that you decide what you want to learn, why you learn it, how do you want to conduct it, as well as how do you want to evaluate your own learning. And heutagogy is possible with all the online tools. Now, character for heutagogy learning. Number one, it is about deep learning. What is deep learning? Now, in school, we used to say if we attend a class after examination, we will forget what we learned. We learn and we forget. And we say we return our knowledge to teacher after examinations. Those are not deep learning. Deep learning is where knowledge and experience becomes part of us. And when we are given the information, normally we receive it, we process and respond to it quickly. Now that itself is not deep learning. In deep learning, we receive information, we evaluate it, and we respond to it creatively. So deep learning is a kind of learning that brings growth in any aspect of your human capacity. It also changes your values, your characters, or your personality. And it means that you have a relationship with the knowledge itself. You are not just taking knowledge passively. So it is not just about building abilities, but it's about building capabilities. だから能力を養うための学習じゃなくて、もう 状況を判断し、その能力を新しく自分で開発できる。それが capabilities ということを養うことのできる深い学習であります。Number 2, Heutagogy is also all about individualized learning. And for this, motivation is very important. So it's no longer about learning in the class. It's learning what you want to learn, what you need to learn. You know, when you come to even this class, you may have some needs. For example, if you are an economy student, 経済学部の学生だったら、この the multicultural society as a team may means income disparity. Maybe you need to do something for your final year project. だから卒論、修論の時に使う必要があるかもしれない課題を持ち出して、それをこのプロジェクトと一緒にやっていくことは可能なんです。むしろその方が好ましいです。So, learning the way how you like to learn. 学習方法についても自分で決めることができます。And bringing your personal questions in the classroom. You may say, you know, I cannot get over with people in this culture and I don't understand why they behave in this way. And that comes from your upbringing. You have a personal story about that. And you should bring that in. Because that is something that you are curious and you want to know. So bringing your perspective into the classroom. You know, if you are musicians, you should have your musician perspective. And if you are coming from, you know, an area, let's say you're coming from a small town and you have certain identities, and that also shape the question that you have. So for individualized learning, you get what you want to learn. だから学びたいことを手に入れるんです。それに対して、宿題をするということが反対にあります。So it's never about I do homework, assignment just to fulfill the requirement. And for all this, motivation is one of the key features in Heutagogy. Number 3, Heutagogy is all about helping each other in learning. 助け合いながら学ぶことです。So, it is about learning in group, learning together. And this happened because of the virtual community. You know, when you have something that you don't understand nowadays, you ask Google. If you have something more that you want to know about a particular things, you will go into different forum and ask questions to get some answer from, you know, anybody who volunteer to give you answers. ネット上でわからないことがあれば、そういういろんなフォーラムがあるんじゃないですか。だからそこで学ぶこともできます。That's why teachers is outside the classroom. And you can have more teachers. You have teachers beyond teachers. だから何重もその情報の先が出先というのがあるんです。教室だけじゃなくて教室の外でももう一つのもう一回り大きい学習のネットワークができるわけです。And that all can happen just because we have internet. So there is another way of learning, another term called pedagogy and cybergogy. And these two, they are said to be the cousins of Heutagogy. Heutagogy 学習法のいとこみたいのがあって、一つは pedagogy. So pedagogy is very much about this project as well, because you are going to have a peer learning environment in group. You're going to teach each other. And cybergogy, as the word cyber says, we are going to use a lot of social media tools, a lot of online tools to communicate and to overcome the barriers of distance and other things. So, to summarize, Hyutagogy is a self-determined learning. You decide. So your learning questions, your goals, your methods. And it is done in group. And we use a lot of online tools. Oops, there's one more thing, very important. That is, the process of learning in Hyutagogy is non-linear, meaning it is not a straightforward learning. It's not about A, after you do A, you do B, and then you do C, and then you do D. But rather, it could be a cyclical learning, where you test one thing, and then you go to another thing, and then you test another thing. And there could be, you could even change your learning objective halfway, and you can even modify your method. Depends on what you found on the way. だから途中でいろんな、新しいことが出てきて、新しい知識が出てきて、そこでまた新しい意欲があって、その軌道修正あるいは軌道変化っていうのはできるわけです。だから何でも、相談しながら、作っていくのがヒュータゴジなんです。So just like this small little child were playing toys. You know, children play toys. They start exploring one toys, and then when they get bored, they put it down. Then they check another one. Then they will come back to this one again. So exactly that is how learning takes place, and that is how. But you can see a baby or a toddler, when they get into that, they are fully, they fully, submerged into it, and they really involve themselves. So lastly, 最後に、this is how Hyutagogy work for our project. We begin with a belief related to cultural diversity in society. So まず自分の考え、自分の心情、自分のモチベーションから始まって、then you identify a problems, you find a questions, find the issues, then you go into actions, it's group work to produce a solution or respond to the actions, and finally you will have the 10 days in Malaysia to come up with a product or a presentations or an outcome. Now, that cycle is one loop by itself. But after you learn, if you reflect the outcome back to your belief before you start learning, and that is another loop that will bring you to some reflections, some make you notice about the change of yourself, your belief and your values, and the way you think. So hence double loop learning. So it is learning. Hyutagogy is about learning, but it is also a learning about learning. So that is the basic concept of Hyutagogy for our project. Thank you very much.